This is a video to teach you the woven picot stitch. The woven picot stitch is a stitch that requires spokes, an odd number of spokes. I'm going to do a 3-spoke woven picot. You can do a 5-spoke, you can do a 7-spoke, but right now we're going to do the 3-spoke. You start with a length of thread on your 24 number chenille needle is what I'm using, and number 8 pearl cotton. Pretty long enough to finish your picot stitch, which you'll understand a little bit more as we get into the stitch. So let's start. The first thing you do is place a long fine pin or needle. I'm using a pen, and you want to place it in your fabric or wool to determine the length of your woven picot. I'm going to do a short one for the purpose of this video because it can't be long enough to complete a really long picot stitch. So once we've inserted our needle, we're going to determine the width of our picot stitch. So we're going to bring our thread up to the left of where that needle is coming out. I'm doing not quite a 1/2 inch. And then we're going to wrap the thread around the top of the needle that we inserted. And then we're going to come over the same distance on the right side of that needle and take our thread to the back. Whoops, that should not have wrapped that needle. Okay, then I come up to the left of the needle. We're going to make our 3rd spoke. Come up at the base to the left of our needle, bringing your thread up. Wrap it around the top of that pin again, and that's your 3rd spoke. So now we're going to start weaving our thread through to fill in this shape. So we're going to go under the 1st spoke, over the middle one, and under the one on the left-hand side. And we're going to pull that thread through, being careful not to tighten it too tight and to keep everything lined up as much as possible. Then I usually turn my fabric or wool piece, and I'm going to do the opposite, coming from the opposite direction now. You've went under this spoke. You're going to go over it, then under the middle, and over the one now at the top, and pull your thread through. I take my needle and tighten it up to the top. You want to keep it as close together as you can. And then you're going to go under this one, over and under, always doing the opposite. Don't pull it too tight. Then we're going to go over, under, over. And I take my needle again and straighten it out. And then we're going to go under, over, under. It takes time to straighten them all and keep them all kind of nice and neat. And then over, under, over. It takes a little time, but it will be worth it in the end. Under, over, under. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Over, under, over. Over, under. And you can see how it's forming a leaf or a petal. Over. And keep pushing it up there where it looks tight against your last stitch. And don't pull in your sides too much. I'll do a couple more, and then I'm going to take it out, my pin out, and show you how it looks, because I'm just not going to have enough time on this video to finish the whole thing. So we're going to pretend we're at the bottom of our stitch. It would be tighter now. And actually, I'm going to put my needle down here just to hold my threads a bit. and take that pin out to show you kind of how it would look. When you take your pin out, then you will have this little leaf. Now this would all be filled in at the bottom, but you have a little leaf or a little petal that moves and sticks, or you could tack it down at the top. So anyway, that's the beginning of your woven picot stitch. So just do one, keep on going, and get all the way to the end or next to your applique piece, and it will be a fun thing to see.